Hi YouTube, Weeble back with another video. Now this is going to be a pickups. Haven't done one of those in what seems quite a long while. There's not much to show, but I really want to get these sorted and either disposed of or put on the shelf, as I'm trying to do a bit of a tidy up. Now the first game which I picked up in a charity shop, it's one that never seems to have any games, or at least it hasn't in the past, and the last couple of weeks there have been a few in there. Now it would appear that all their games are £1. DVDs bizarrely are all free, they just can't seem to sell them, so they get any in, they're all free. But the first game I picked up is Magic Made Fun. Now this is only about £1 or £1.50 anyway in CEX. It's in reasonable condition. I mean, it's obviously been traded in a few times, judging by the amount of stickers that have been put on and released, taken off in the past. But I've always sort of seen this around, wondered what it was like, so we'll give it a quick go. Now, as far as I'm aware, this is complete. We have the game, and internally say it's all complete. Looks like it's never been opened. Manual's not a mark on it. Same with the cartridge. The primary reason for buying the game, was for the pack of cards inside, playing cards. Now these are branded Nintendo, but the actual cards themselves don't appear to be. I think they're just sort of generic ones. I have tried to look inside, but obviously you can still see the cellophane wrap on them, so these have clearly never been used. But okay, for £1, don't mind paying that. The game looks vaguely interesting, and it puts another £1 in the charity shop till. So that was one game, and then there was another one, a few games the following week. This was picked up a couple of weeks ago. There was another one that piqued my interest. Now they had a whole load of cheap ones. Again, they're all £1 each. A couple of copies of Brain Training, more Brain Training, and some kiddie ones which had no value or in poor condition. But there was one which I thought, I haven't seen that before. So I looked it up on the old CEX app, and there were none in stock. So I figured for £1 we'd pick it up anyway. That game is Mind Your Language, Learn Japanese. So none in stock at the time of recording. Okay, this looks like it's never been in a console, been thumbed. Looks like someone broke the cellophane on the packet, and that was it. So, and I think this is £7 to £10, I believe, but I haven't looked it up on eBay. But it was interesting. So again, another £1 in a charity shop till. So, and the next two items are from my local car boot, which is very small and you never seem to find much. Now there's a chap sells bric-a-brac and all sorts, generally fairly cheap, and you never know what he's going to have. Picked up a few pairs of headphones and such like from him in the past, but I've been round the car boot 2 or 3 times, went back to his stall and buried under some other rubbish. Was this Pokemon White 2 version, or version 2? Now, if you can make out, there is some what appears to be water damage on the sleeve. Not that bad. It's obviously not pristine, but as a sort of shelf placeholder it'll be okay. Now obviously this was 50p because it had nothing in it, but I wasn't going to leave it there. You never know, we're going to find a cartridge. Probably never ever will, but it's potential trade fodder for somebody who needs this. And the only other item, gaming related, I picked up recently was a Switch game. Now I don't normally see Switch games, but there was a young couple there, had half a dozen. I had most of the games that they were selling, like Luigi and such like, but they had one game which I have been after really. Now this is like £38 in CEX. I've always been begrudged paying that much, even with store credit, because I seem to remember it used to be around £28, and it seems to have gone up in price since Donkey Kong Country Returns HD has been released. So now, well, we did go around a couple of times trying to decide whether to buy this or not, because I had to knock them down a little bit. But anyway, I went back and I managed to get Donkey Kong Country Freeze. Now I paid £20 for this. Like I say, I don't normally like spending cash if I can help it. I normally try and use store credit from CEX, either from the collection or Car Boots charity shops. But to get this half price, I'll just have to trade some stuff in and get the cash for it at CEX. So we'll do it that way. But it's complete as it can be. It's all in very good condition. I have played it a little bit. Quite enjoy the easy mode on it. Makes life a lot easier because I normally struggle at some of these games. So, and we have two more Switch games which I have bought in store at CEX. Now the first one is not a game I'd ever heard of. I picked this up not from my local one, but from a store that is fairly close to me, because I always check their stock if I'm ever heading that direction. And the game in question is Horace. Now I did have a look at the gameplay on YouTube to see what this was about, because as super rare games go, this wasn't that expensive. But actually the gameplay looked quite interesting. It's obviously an indie developer, and I believe it's a platformer with different sort of play styles with it, sort of shooting, driving and such like. Apparently it is quite difficult, so I may struggle with it, but if I get half an hour's play out of it, that'll be good. But yeah, it looked interesting and I had the credit. And then the last game is another Switch game. Now this was bought online. Again, I'm trying not to buy stuff online if I can help it, but I was scrolling through what they have within the Switch collections and this game came up. Noticed there was one copy, so I figured, oh, that must be a bit uncommon. Looked online, footage looked, again, interesting, not particularly difficult. I think it's more of a sort of a pass the time type game, and that is Sparkle Ultimate Collection. Now they no other copies online. And I think each of the games is a slightly different sort of, I suppose, genre. So basically you play as reading the back here, the collection includes the complete Sparkle series, Sparkle Zero, Sparkle 2 Evo, Sparkle 3 Genesis and Sparkle 4 Tails. And the game lets you play as a little being which will hunt, grow and evolve. So that sounded interesting to me. Now there is a big box version of this and this sort of, I suppose, standalone copy. Now the big box comes with various extras. So this arrived in the post and I was expecting to open the case to see a cartridge, but nope, there were some other little goodies in here. So firstly, we have a little sparkle microfiber cloth, and there is a sticker, little info sheet, and a little clear card. Well, this appears to have, I don't know if you can see that, there's a number on there, because it would appear this game is sort of a limited run game, but if you look it up it says it's unlimited, so I guess they can choose to reprint more of it, but I'm not quite sure. You can see there's the 2021 and this is number 286, but whether that's 286 or the 2021 print, not sure, but that card does match with the back of the game case. And then also we have a reversible sleeve and the cartridge. So I wasn't expecting to get any of those little extras in this. I believe the Ultimate Collector's big box comes with a mug and a soundtrack, but say generally if there's stuff in these I quite like to get it, but I wasn't expecting anything. And I should have said before, Horace, I don't normally buy super rare games unless they have just the manual, and this one does have the manual. I'm not worried about the cards or any other stuff that comes with its stickers, but it has a little manual. I would prefer to have it. Anyway, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and remember, stay happy.